Hello, Henning here. Today we're looking at this tiny little thing, she said. Noodle, what's up? Want to look at this? Noodle likes it. Well, it's black like him. I know what you're gonna say. Yeah, but I use the insert product here and it's so much better. And, the tremory, the blah, blah, blah. Yeah, all good. But we're not looking at that. I'm looking at this and I'm installing it into my brand new Pia because that'll make that guitar quite a bit more, as the French say, le flexible and le usable. Let's take it out of the box first and then I'll tell you what it is.
Hardtailer, solid might, gleaming chrome in the night, bound by steel, grip so tight, metal rage, eternal fight. Wiggle down and up, Floyd Rose, fill my cup, tremolo bar, don't disrupt, stay in tune, rise abrupt, wiggle down, not up, Floyd Rose, fill my cup.
So it's the Engl Hardtailer. Yeah, there are other products similar to it, but we're looking at this. So save your comments about all the others unless you have an actual comment saying this is better in this regard and not just like, oh, I use this. Everyone wants to share what they use and what they have, which is fine. But I mean, what's this? Tell us why it's better or cheaper. This little thing clocks in at $89, but it does solve a big problem of Floyd systems. So let me quickly show you. This is a Floydy kind of system, so any kind of floating trem. If your tremolo sits on the top of your guitar and can only do downbends, you do not need this. So the idea is this is a floating trem, right? It goes up and down. So if you detune a string and the string tension is less, so let's say you want the low string to be a D instead of an E, then there's less string pull on this. And this will go, the springs in the back, they will pull this up. Therefore, all your other strings will go out of tune and will go up. So it needs to be a perfect balance. And that's a problem if you want to do detunings or if you want to be safe from, let's say you're on stage and a string breaks and all of a sudden your whole guitar goes out of tune. So if you can live with only down tuning, woo, you can install this. And then whenever you need to actually do beautiful, smooth trem action up and down, you just unlock it. Now, a guitar like the Pia is perfect because this is magnetic and you just take it off. Many people have this off anyway, okay? So this is really absolutely perfect for it. And hopefully I can install it. I will not look at the manual because I'm a man and we don't look at manuals. But on the box, there's a little QR code which gets you to the manual, but it's pretty self-explanatory. So let me show you what that is. So you install this in the trem block cavity, right? And when it's like this, it doesn't hit the trem block. But then you want to lock the trem block, being able to do this, right? So you pull this up, push it over, and it locks in. There are two locking positions at the bottom, see? There are two positions, come on, where it firmly locks. So you push this out, you adjust this screw perfectly to be exactly at the trem block without pushing it, right? In this direction, because that would detune it down as well. So you set it up perfectly. It's a very fine tuning thing, but you can easily do this, and I will show you, I hope. I've never done it. And then the trem block cannot go in this direction. Therefore, if a string loosens and it would want to go this direction, it can't. Then you get the string back into standard tuning, bring it back into this position, trem block can do whatever. It's a fairly simple system, comes in this little pouch for reasons that we don't, because once you install that, what's the point in this? Comes with 5 screws, even though you only need 4. And that's it. So technically, put it in position, 4 screws, done. It's not quite that simple, but we're gonna see how simple it actually is going to be. So I'll put the guitar on the bench and we'll install it together and then see what happens. So we got the guitar on the table now, but one of the problems is it's sitting on the trem. So let's see if we can fix that. I've got a silicone thing, and I'm actually going to just use this Fill X pedal to put underneath here. So it's sitting on the back here, right? And now the trem is still pretty free floating. So that means I now have to figure out where it goes. So I will go and push it out, lock it into the second slot, right? And I could put it at the bottom or at the top. It doesn't really matter. Let's say we're going to put it at the bottom. So we're going to make sure the trem is still free floating, and it is. And now I would have to mark points. What I'm going to do is move it like 0.5 millimeter or 1 millimeter away from the trem so that I can then adjust it to be at the trem. Sharpie time. So if I can pick 2 of them, which I could do by moving the springs over, that should be enough to find the others, right? So we're moving it the tiniest bit away from the trem, which is in the perfect position now. Okay. So let's see, can I move the spring away? Come on. But, okay, the top part of that dot could work. Now, the tricky part's going to be getting the springs out, but I can, of course, move the trem, right? Loosen it, get that spring to the side. Loosen it, get that spring to the side. Now, I got my dot. This is where it needs to be. And I guess I'll just screw it in. Let's find out if I have a bit that can work with those screws, which are, of course, very, very, very tiny. That's a perfect fit. Look at that. Okay, that's pretty much perfect. Brand new PR. Here we go. Let's not go crazy here. That was pretty straightforward. Now we'll reattach the springs. Reattached. Okay. Now all we gotta do is push the hardtailer in the full position to go over here. See if you can see this, right? And we want to be on the block. So it's locked in, but it is exactly where we want it, not all the way on the block. And let's see if we're still free floating. We are, but we can go a little bit in this direction, right? So we just need to screw this so that it pushes this a tiny, I mean, not really push it, but so that it attaches to the trem block. And I'm just using an Allen wrench to do that. You don't want to screw it all the way out, so, you know, let's see. Okay. Still a tiny bit. So technically, let's see. That should be good. That should be where we want to be. So I can move it over and I have full tremability, or do this, locks in, and I should be in tune and not be able to down tune. Let's check that out. So we are indeed done. I just tuned it up. Of course, you have to do that after fiddling with it that roughly, but it was pretty much there. And now the hardtailer is off, and I can do, I'm just gonna use room tone, you know. All that stuff, and now I'll go do this. It locked in, and now I can go down, but I can go 0 up. So I could open this, go to drop D. Can I go to drop D with it? Probably not. No. But I just detuned the E string big time. The other strings are still there. That's how it's supposed to be. Let's get the tuner. And now I have a stable trem. Pretty awesome. I can do all that stuff, and now, bam, I can do a lot more. And it's locked. I think we're done here. The hardtailer works. Is it $89? Yeah. Are there other products on the market that you're going to claim will do similar things? Yes. Did it take me only about 10 minutes to install? And now this guitar, first of all, well, the resale value probably went down because the people will say, oh, it's not original. I don't care. Now my brand new Ibanez Pia has a hardtailer in it, and I can actually do drop Ds. I can, if I quickly need to tune it up for a video and don't want to spend 30 minutes tuning my Floyd guitar, get that happening. For me, this is now a much more usable instrument. Thank you, Engl, for commissioning this video and for making the product, which now makes this instrument for me much more realistic to actually use in daily usage. That's it. I put links below. Please use them. And as always, Admiral Z, the end.
Wiggle down, not up. Floyd Rose, fill my cup. Tremolo bar, don't disrupt. Stay in tune, rise abrupt. Wiggle down, not up. Floyd Rose, fill my cup. Tremolo bar, don't disrupt. Stay in tune, rise abrupt. Precision made, Deutschland pride.